For millions of years, animals have been perfecting their survival strategies in the wild. From the fastest land mammal to the quietest predator, these bold creatures have found ways to thrive in almost every environment on Earth. But they didn't get that way by being born with an instinctual advantage. They evolved that way over time through small changes that added up to big differences. And in doing so, they uncovered some secrets to success that we can apply to our own lives. Here are 5 things only the boldest animals do to be the best. No. 1. Walk your own path. The boldest animals aren't just those who take risks, they're also willing to go their own way. Take the green sea turtle. Its ancestors first arrived on the island of Ascension Island about 136,000 years ago. Since then, it's hardly moved. While other sea turtles have spread out across the Indian Ocean, this one has stayed put, even though it's often in the wrong place. During the day, Ascension Island is baking in the sun, but at night, cold ocean currents roll in and sea turtles need warm water to survive. Most green sea turtles would rather swim further out to warmer waters at night, but Ascension Island's green sea turtles have adapted to the conditions there. They burrow in the sand during the day to keep from overheating and then pop out at night to feed when the temperatures are cooler. As a result, they have fewer predators and more food. It's a perfect example of how sometimes standing out is what makes you successful, by going against the current. These turtles carved out a niche for themselves that ultimately led to their success. To know when. To hold M, know when to fold M. Sometimes being bold means knowing when to walk away. Male red deer have annual mating competitions where they clash antlers to establish dominance. Fights can go on for hours, but eventually one stag will tire and flee. This isn't a sign of weakness, though. It's a calculated move. The tired stag can escape to safety while still retaining his honor. And if he's not badly injured, he can come back another day and try again. By knowing when to disengage, male red deer avoid serious injury and maximize their chances of winning the fight later. Similarly, knowing when to cut your losses can help you bounce back from failure faster in life. Sometimes you have to know when to walk away from a bad situation to ensure your long-term success. 3. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Bold animals don't wait around for the perfect conditions. They make the best of what they have. Take the blue whale, the largest animal on Earth. Blue whales travel thousands of miles each year between their feeding and breeding grounds, and they need to time their journeys carefully. If they leave too early, they'll run out of food. If they leave too late, they'll be too exhausted to breed. Over the years, blue whales have learned to use environmental cues like temperature and the behavior of other animals to tell where their prey is and when it's time to move. That way they can make the most of the resources available to them. So if you want to be bold like a blue whale, learn to adapt to your environment and make the best of what you have. Don't wait for the perfect timing because that might never come for. Use what you got. Bold creatures don't just use what's immediately in front of them. They also know how to repurpose things for new situations. Take the archerfish, which uses its natural bow and arrow to hunt. When it spots prey, the archerfish takes aim and shoots a stream of water at it, knocking the insect off its perch and into the water, where the fish can easily eat it. But archerfish don't just shoot insects that are already above the surface. They can also shoot water at underwater insects, knocking them out and making them easier to eat. And they've even learned to shoot at the reflections of insects in the water, since they can't see well enough to identify them otherwise, by using their bow and arrow in new and creative ways. Archerfish have found a way to hunt more efficiently and effectively, so next time you're faced with a challenge, don't just think outside the box. Think like an archerfish and use what you have in a whole new way. You never know what you might be able to accomplish. 5. See the bigger picture. Bold animals aren't just fearless. They're also smart. They understand the risks and challenges of their environment and plan accordingly. Take the wildebeest, which makes epic migrations across the African savanna in search of new grazing grounds. These migrations can last for months and cover hundreds of miles, but the wildebeest manages to navigate successfully by keeping an eye on the horizon. The leading members of the herd take turns in the front, each keeping an eye out for danger and making sure the group doesn't get lost. This way, the whole herd can stay together and no one gets left behind. In a similar way, keeping an eye on the horizon can help us make better decisions in life. By thinking ahead and planning for the future, we can avoid potential problems and make the most of the opportunities that come our way. So what are you gonna do to be bolder? Tell us in the comments. And remember, even small changes can make a big difference. Thanks for watching.